Hi, and welcome back all to our third and final adventure of the evening, which I've entitled Enter Lermin. But as always, before we get into the adventure proper, we are going to introduce our characters. So, first up, we have Bioshi, the only kind of useless. Um, Bioshi, I believe this is your first adventure since you've been titled.
Yes, it's. I'm sorry, Pete. I'm very frustrated.
What is frustrating you, Bioshi?
These past few months, there's been something that's been calling me in that back room, and I've tried to break down the door, pick the lock, sneak in, disguise myself. I've even offered that greedy old man all of my mother's gold, but he refuses to let me in. So I've decided to just do it his way.
I suppose that's Bartholomew is a difficult one to negotiate with, Bioshi, but I hope that given time you will eventually obtain your heart's desire, which I don't know. It's something back there. I don't know what it could be.
It's calling me.
Yes.
You don't hear it? It's so loud.
I don't hear it at the moment, but also Bioshi, um, I have a question. You know, Yoshi, it seems like you've picked somewhat of a self-deprecating title. Is it aspirational or
How is that self-deprecating? I'm not useless.
I apologize for saying anything on the subject. Other than this kind of, itch in the back of your mind, how are you, Bioshi? Are things going okay other than this kind of frustration with whatever lies behind that door?
Well, I've spent most of my days in front of it, trying to find a way in, but otherwise, I guess it's fine. Mother will always bring me to the shop so I could try.
Yes. And your mother, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with your
Oh,
mom?
don't worry about her.
Oh, okay.
She's a noble. She well pays for all of my classes and stuff.
Well, it's good to have that kind of support system to fall back on. Welcome back, Bioshi. It's good to see you again.
Mm, Thank you, I suppose.
Next up, we have Farzu, the big boss Farzu, Papa Farzu, as some call him. Farzu, welcome back.
Ah, that's right. I am Farzu. They put me behind Barzu because I steal Karzu. That's right. I'm Papa Farzu. How's it going?
Do my ears deceive me, or have you like somehow figured out how to multi-class into Bard with all of these rhymes, Farzu?
It's his child's play.
Yes. How have you been? What have you been up to?
Oh, you know what I've been up to.
I mean, that is fair. Recently, if I remember correctly, you battled a leprechaun, and before that, you were, I think, in jail for a while. So, I guess I do know exactly what you've been up to. That's pretty fair. Well, how are you feeling?
No, 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 no. You know what I've been up to.
Well, for those who are not in the know, Farzu, could you speak it aloud?
You
Or
know
was it
what I've been up to.
all right? All right. Uh, welcome back, Farzu. It's always good to have you. Next up, we have returning after um, a brief, somewhat of a perhaps more than brief absence. We have Sotaria Avenia out to adventure once more.
Okay, where's the old man and where's my gold?
The old man is, I think, within his shop, and your gold is probably also within said shop, but there may be a few more quests before you can kind of connect the dots there.
Here we go again. I'm being manipulated. All right, fine.
So,
At least
Taria,
hurry up. Move me. At least hurry up. Move me over to mid. Move me over to the rest of my old peeps, so I can start bugging Silcrest about how my minion's better than her minion.
I mean, hopefully that happens soon, Sotaria. You're just gonna have to get out there and pound the pavement. I mean, Sotaria, have you ever considered just cutting your? I mean, you hate Bartholomew so much. Have you ever considered like cutting your losses, or are you determined to like pursue Bartholomew until the day that he dies?
How can I put this? He's using me. I'm using him. He guesses to realize it.
I'm, I mean, fair enough, Sotaria. It is good to have it is good to have you back amongst the adventuring fields. Welcome back tonight. And, well, but of course, and last, but of course not least, we have the Moonborn, Elysia Silverblood. Elysia, how's
She
it going?
fell below.
Oh, I was like, I thought that was some ominous statement about. Elysia, welcome.
Oh, hi, Pete.
How are you, Elysia?
I've been doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well as well. Tell me, what's new?
Well, I had been helping Boop learn how to read, but lately Father has really been helping me with my training. I think I'm actually coming into a new technique all on my own.
Ooh, do you care to share, or are you kind of planning on breaking it out at some point today?
It's a secret.
All right, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And how? Just out of curiosity, has Boops learned to read at all? Has he picked up any letters?
Well, he already had A down, and we're getting B there. We're making some progress.
B's a work in progress. Fair enough. Anything else new with you, Elysia, or do you want to just hop right in?
Let's do this.
All right. In that case, let us begin. You find yourselves in a familiar space, and it's familiar to you first by smell before it is by sight. A pungent stench. There we go. Got it in 3. A pungent stench is in the air in the land of DnDTime today. You smell the Trash Kingdom on the horizon. You can see the huge, kind of towering mounds of refuse, discarded junk, and for anyone by any chance who is not already aware, the Trash Kingdom, or the Dump, as it is more colloquially known, is a place where all of the trash in the land of DnDTime is dumped, and you can still see the Green Sun Cult is still teleporting trash here. You can see bits and pieces and odds and ends kind of raining down, occasionally appearing teleported just into the sky above the Trash Kingdom. There's always kind of the off chance and fear that when walking around the Trash Kingdom, just like an old used car is going to just kind of appear above you and crash down on your head. But people tend to be lucky. It happens very rarely. There might be some kind of, extra juice in the magic that prevents that from happening. So as you begin kind of walking up, your mission today was to address and speak with the Trash King, who has some concern, some problem. Bartholomew was pretty vague to you about it, because the Trash King was apparently pretty vague with Bartholomew about what was needed. As you approach the kind of main gates of the Trash Kingdom, you see the trash towers there, 2 large pillars on either side, with a kind of a fence made from miscellaneous kind of cobbled together silverware that form the front gate. The Trash Kingdom no longer sits atop those towers, greeting entries into his kingdom. Now, it seems that this task has been relegated to some of his servants, who, as you approach, the gate swings wide without question, allowing all of you to enter. And as you're walking towards the Trash King's new castle, he has something of a keep over in the ruined ruins. You're finding that the Trash Kingdom is in a much more attractive state than perhaps it was the last time that you saw it. The Trash Kingdom has become very, for lack of a better word, polished. You're finding while the roads are kind of just cobbled together from loose pieces of stone, they are flat and effective. You can see some, ramshackled carts moving here and there. You can see homes that have been constructed pretty well from like loose driftwood that's been like cut and recarved to make, attractive looking smooth planks and walls. It's starting to look less like the trash part and more like the kingdom part. And as you approach the ruined ruins in the Trash Kingdom's keep, where we will officially begin tonight's adventure, you can see one of his scrap knights kind of standing over near the entryway into the keep. You see Sir Pots and Pans, a knight covered in, well, pots and also pans. But Sir Potson kind of waves to you as you come up. What ho, adventurers! What brings you today to the Kingdom of Trash?
The only reason I would come here is because Bartholomew told me to.
Ah, yes. His Majesty has once again ordered the assistance of Bartholomew's adventurers. I don't understand why he doesn't just send us scrap knights out. It's frustrating, galling perhaps, but
Maybe because you're trash.
well, thank you very much. But flattery still, despite your flattery, it still frustrates me. I wish the king would put more faith in his servants. But such is the way of the king. His Majesty knows best, I suppose. And, well, I am forced to let you in, so I shall do so. And he kind of goes over and kind of taps his staff a couple times. He's holding kind of a spear with a big kind of fork at the end of it. And you can see a few servants on top of the wall begin turning a crank and pulling up. It looks like a real portcullis that they have here. That it's definitely a scrap together one, and the rigging system for it are just like pulleys and loose rope that's kind of tied together from pieces of like clothing and stuff that have been mixed up. But the portcullis was probably a real one that got junked and thrown here over into the Trash Kingdom. And it pulls it up, and you stand now within the Trash Kingdom's keep, one massive tower with kind of more and more buildings that have been set out around it. The area has been made mostly clear. It's just kind of, there's no grass, but there is a nice, very even layer of dirt here in the courtyard. And you kind of are allowed to enter forward. You can see the Trash Kingdom's keep is not far away. Anything you're doing as you're kind of approaching the Trash King, or do you just kind of go right up and into the keep proper?
Thanks, Spotson. Have a good day. Keep up the good work.
And a good day to you as well.
You know,
Staying in the shadows so no one sees me and pickpocketing anything I can see that's worth of value, which I don't see anything yet.
There's gonna be a hard area to pickpocket in if you're looking for high value objects.
you know, it's a good thing I can't breathe out my nose anyway.
All right. With that, you all kind of step upwards to the main gates of the Trash Kingdom and kind of push open the heavy kind of scrap wood doors that lead into the keep. And you see the throne room. There hasn't been a throne room, I think, since any of you have been here, but there's now kind of something of a hall. There's a few crumbling columns that have been put in front of it, lining either side. A kind of a bug-eaten rug, red carpet that stretches outwards, leading up to the Trash King's throne. And you see the Trash King kind of sitting lazily on a throne of, rusted cans and kind of rusting swords and various pieces of scrap metal that have been formed together into the throne. The Trash King, this small kind of greenish-skinned figure, wearing a silverware crown, as always. Kind of as you approach, just kind of looks at you lazily without really saying anything, just kind of like sitting in his chair. He's sitting in the chair kind of side saddle, so that his legs are hanging over the arms and his head's kind of resting in the arms, almost laying down in the throne. He doesn't say anything as you guys come in. What do you all do?
Okay, who's taking point?
I just kind of stand there and stare at him.
This
He
place looks a lot better. That's awful.
He kind of like lazily looks his head up at you, and he goes, as you say that, and he says, "Ah, yes, I am the Trash King. Yes, come forward. I couldn't agree more. It's become very less trash around here these days." He just kind of looks sad. He's got a few kind of like piles of rubble next to him. He just kind of like reaches into one of the piles of miscellaneous cans and loose dirt. It looks like you see like a few rotten bananas and apple peels. He pulls like a rotten apple out and goes and kind of bites onto it.
Okay. I'll start like flipping things over and making a mess.
I don't think that's exactly what he wants.
All right. Regardless, you kind of begin kind of flipping stuff over, and while it doesn't necessarily appear like that's exactly what he wants, it definitely kind of sparks his attention, and he kind of sits up a little bit straighter in his chair as he sees you kind of like wrecking the inside of the place, and goes, and he kind of addresses the knight over standing to his side, and he says, "Now you see this? This is the spirit of trash. It's something that you It's something that you seem to forget sometimes. But you, the adventurers of Bartholomew's Shop, my first real friends, you always remember. And as he's just kind of flipping around, and you know, you're kind of like making trash and kind of taking down. I imagine you take down a couple of the columns and let them just kind of crumble onto the floor. The knight that's kind of like accompanying him is like cringing really hard as all of them fall, but the Trash King seems to be kind of enjoying it.
Okay, I stand corrected. So, Your Highness, what's the deal so we can get paid?
Things have gotten very boring here in my kingdom of refuse. You see, everyone's just. They want to make it prettier and better, and I understand the desire. I am a good ruler above all, and if my people desire less trash, then I guess I will have there be less trash. But it irks me still. So, I don't know, I've just been very bored. I haven't been breaking anything. It's been making me better food. And when I say better, I mean they've been growing real food. But I don't know, I just like the banana peels. It's just been very melancholic around here lately.
So you're in a rut.
I think you've summed it up perfectly. The Trash King is in a rut. So I thought, what better? What does a king need? I have all now. I have a kingdom. I have knights. I have subjects. But you always see great kings, and what do they all have?
An enemy.
Vacation days!
Well, I have already slain my enemy. The clean giants have been vanquished, thanks to the help of some of your kind. Vacation days? No. All great kings have a kind of mysterious wizard advisor that stand at their side, and I have found one that I am interested in. I asked Bartholomew to do it, and he said no.
I'm not surprised.
He says no a lot.
Yes. Well, I found a new one. He lives on the outskirts of the Trash King. He's very mysterious. He's made himself a wizard tower, which I think is a great start for a wizard. His name is Lermin.
That's an interesting name.
I think
So
it...
you want?
Oh,
So
no,
you
go
want
ahead.
us to go talk to this Lermin?
I would like you to go speak to Lermin and convince him to be my advisor moving forward. Tell him of the splendor and glory of the kingdom of trash, and the putrid prince which rules it. I am no longer a prince, of course. I am the Trash King.
My mom taught me not to lie.
He looks at you. You expect... He just looks...
Okay.
I don't understand. It seems like there was going to be more to that sentence.
I mean, how can I tell him how great it is?
You simply describe it in its glory and my splendor as its ruler.
See, but that would be lying.
No,
Sweetie,
just
sweetie,
glorious
sweetie.
filth and trash everywhere.
If you can't see anything nice, you're
And
lying to me.
the Trash King kind of like leans in very close and kind of stares at you. And then he goes, "Wait a moment. Are you insulting me?"
No, sir, we are not insulting.
He's
Mr.
insulting me! Guards!
Oh,
Can we off with heads?
no.
One of the guards kind of looks one of the knights that's surrounding him. He seems to be like kind of covered in bottle caps and wears them like a bandolier. He's got a slingshot inside.
I will draw my knife and put it to Bioshi's throat.
And the knight at the side goes, No, please do not do this. I am, Your Majesty, as one of the scrap knights of your circle, I would ask that you choose not to do this.
I killed him.
Nice. Nice.
No. Sotara's trying to push everyone out the door. We're gonna talk to the wizard. Don't worry, we'll have it all handled. Blaring at every last single one of them, except for Dang it.
Um,
Except for whoever didn't say anything.
And then Trash King, as you're kind of walking out, goes, "No, wait! Two things. One, I'm going to get you there very fast, because it's entirely on the other side of the Trash Kingdom. Two, until that one apologizes most profusely by the offer of tribute, I will not even accept you as adventurers on this task!"
Well, guys, maybe this
Let
Lermin's
me just
into
finish
trash,
this candy bar real quick. I always have one on me.
or we could just kidnap him and torture him.
Oh, okay. Here's the wrapper.
No.
He kind of like walks up closely. You hand him the wrapper. Kind of, inspects it, turns it over a little bit, looks at it a few times. Very well. And the apology?
I mean, what am I apologizing for again?
Your insults!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Very well, all is forgiven. And he kind of throws his hands out to the side. You see one of the huge piles of trash just has like a hole open up into it like a portal. I've made you a trash gate. Go now to Lermin.
Okay.
We shall go. Come on, children. Go.
I will
Back in a
grab-
flash!
Everyone.
I will grab that trash knight I killed and drag him with me out of the court.
He refuses to leave.
Oh, I thought okay.
Come on, murder. Come on, murder hobo. Come on. She's pulling him by the. She's pulling him by the ear. I might add. Come on, let's go.
All right.
While Sotaria is pulling Farzu, Elysia will grab Sotaria's other arm and pull her the full train.
Elysia, don't pull me.
I pull.
I'm pulling you.
All right.
I can just walk through it. Thank you.
All right, you walk through Bioshi. Sotaria kind of is trying to pull people through. Elysia is trying to pull people through. As you're trying to, Bartholomew, just kind of, you hear a voice in the back of your mind. Just there is no PV pool in DnDTime, and your hand kind of is pulled off. But you guys, I assume eventually all of you make it through the portal one way or another.
Did you think I was trying to kill Bioshi?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I said I killed him, the guard that was talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, too late now. You guys go. I think at this point, you guys all walk through the portal, and you appear before the other side, in front of what appears to be a small kind of hut. So it's kind of a simple wooden one, but you can see it's kind of set just a little bit off of a cliff. Over on the side, and you can see it kind of seems to like go down, moving like along the side of the cliff, and this seems to be the edge of the Trash Kingdom. The Trash Kingdom itself is kind of located out on a plateau that stretches a little bit out into the ocean. It was kind of a, it was this kind of segment of the, segment of the area that's kind of why they picked it. Was it because just this like barren, isolated plateau? That's why they started dumping all the trash here in the first time. And this wizard hut seems to be right on the edge and kind of like it goes off of it, stretching down to the ocean far, far below.
What is it made of?
It seems to be made of wood. It has kind of a slanted roof, wood that seems to be salvaged from the area kind of surrounding the Trash Kingdom. The area around it is also kind of a clearing, but then you can just see more and more piles of trash, like you're accustomed to seeing around the area behind you. But there's like kind of something of a yard here. Yep, there is a visible door, a window on either side with the shutters closed.
Sotaria, you're the closest person to my mother here, and I need to apologize. I lied. I wasn't sorry.
That's okay, sweetie. She pats her on the head. I know you weren't sorry. Guess, can you watch what you say in the future? If you can't say anything, guess keep your mouth shut, please.
Well, okay.
Thank you. So Taria walks over to the door and tries it and see if it's locked or not.
It appears to be.
Bioshi, you have my permission to lie, so feel free. Future.
Stop corrupting the child.
What are you talking about? This is important.
No,
Alright, so do you guys want to do anything before we knock on the door? No? Knock.
What would we do?
I don't know, we
isn't
could set the house on fire, or we could
we're
break
not
in,
setting
start
anything on fire.
Oh, we could knock on the door.
Yeah, Sotaria, you said you were going to try the handle. You go up and do it, and it is locked.
Fine, I knock on the door.
All right, you knock on the door, and you see almost immediately in response, as soon as you knock on the door, a little kind of panel slides open at about eye level, and you see kind of an elderly face and two kind of bright green eyes behind it are peering out towards you, and a voice kind of comes from behind the door.
Good morning!
Yes, what is it?
Morning.
Yes, what is it?
We come on behalf of the Trash King.
Regarding
Employment.
for him? He wishes to
Yes.
work for me.
No, he wants you to work for him.
Ah, I am not interested at the moment. Thank you very much. The little
Wait.
slams shut again.
Wow,
Knock
that
on
was
the
great, Sotaria.
Let's
Handled
knock
that
on the
nicely.
door again.
You knock on the door again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the slit kind of opens again, and he goes, I see you know my cursed. I must answer the door for anyone who knocks. Very clever.
Hi, it seems like you're trespassing on Trash Kingdom property and are thus a citizen of the Trash Kingdom and are beholden to the Trash King.
Ah, that's a great point. Allow me to think upon that for some time. Slams the thing closed again.
I'll knock on the
Okay.
door.
Yes, what is it? He opens the thing again.
If you don't want to work for the Trash King, I could just, burn your house down.
I'm afraid you will find that quite difficult. For one thing, the bottom of it is in the ocean, and two, it's a magic house that I built with my incredible power.
I shrug and I start lighting a fire.
All right, yeah, the wood doesn't quite seem to take. As you're kind of going and lighting some matches around the area, you find some loose tinders and stuff. It's poorly constructed, but you're getting that the building has something of a sheen about it. This person,
I
this
thought
doesn't.
I was just gonna start like a campfire at his front door.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. You start a campfire in front of the door, and he goes,
I knock on the door.
Yes, what is it?
We have a campfire here. There's 4 of us. We can knock this all day and night until you consider our offer.
We also have great snacks if you want to come out and join us.
If you have great snacks, I would actually be interested in those. Please shove them through the little eye hole.
No.
Do you want them toasted or raw?
No.
Whichever way you think will taste
We're
better.
not feeding the
I
wizard.
whisper to
We're
Elysia, put some poison in it. It will help in convincing him.
That's not gonna help.
Actually, if it was a poison snack, I could use that and then bring it back and maybe poison someone else with it later. So I will take one of each, a poisoned and unpoisoned one.
See? This guy knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure the Trash King has plenty of snacks if you work for him.
Yes, I'm sure he has plenty of rotten apples and dirt.
Stuff to poison your enemies with.
Good day to you! And he slams shut the thing again.
Okay, that does it.
Yes, what is it? He opens the thing again.
I didn't knock. I was gonna pick the lock.
Oh, you're looking at the lock?
I'm
yeah,
about
all right.
to pick the lock.
All right, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
So, I'm just gonna narrate what's happening. Looks like Sotaria is unlocking your door, mister. Are you gonna do anything about that? Is this door
she won't be able to get in. It's magically locked. There's also a regular lock. She might be able to get past that one.
Yeah, okay. Keep saying that theory.
Why are you holed up in your
As you begin Because I don't want to talk to you, and I feel like if you open the door, it's going to become if I open the door, it's going to be much more of a thing than if I just stand here and say no. And as you kind of are picking the lock, he is right. You begin kind of working your way over the locks, and you undo what was a pretty complicated lock that took you like a minute of picking, and you get through. But then as you go to push the door open, you can see there's an additional magical seal that's also holding the door in place. Like I said, I'm a wizard, so
Well,
um,
if you had to choose a password, what would it be?
if I had to pick a password, I would go with a classic like Open Sesame. Unfortunately, this door does not a password locked door. What is it going to take to get you out of my area?
Alright,
You work
why don't
for
I
me.
challenge you to a classic wizard duel?
Oh, a
And
classic
whoever-
wizard duel. All right, I'll play from inside the door.
I win.
No.
All right, good game.
Now
You got me. What's it gonna take to get you out of my area?
Well, you'll need to work for the trash
for
can.
the king.
protecting.
Who's that?
Do you know
could
how
at
many?
least meet with them.
Do you know how many kings I've worked for? Do you know how many kings desire the services of Lermin the Wizard?
So what's one more to Lermin the wizard?
One more is a hassle. I think. He's the king of a dump. I know I am not in great circumstances. Glass houses and stones and all that. I'm aware that I live here. It's not a high point in my life. I'll say that for sure, but there's no way this king is worthy of me.
What do you want, my friend?
I'll tell you what, you prove to me that the Trash King is a worthy king, and we have a deal. I'll work for him.
I mean, I'll be proving that to myself as well. But
What do you think makes someone a worthy leader?
I don't know, he didn't even come here himself.
of course, because
wait.
he has enough authority to send others.
So you wish me to judge his merits by your own, is that what you're saying?
Sure.
No.
Let's go with
But
that.
what king do you know actually would step foot to? Actually, I'm stopping that. You have a point.
If we're glorious
would
enough,
you-
then he must be glorious enough, right?
Alright. Well, Elysia, do you know how to write a persuasive essay? First, you start with the points, the topic, and then you support it with sequence and reason. Let me teach you.
And while you're having this conversation, he says, yes, I think if you can prove me that you're glorious enough, I will assume that his money, because I assume that you don't work for him, you don't look dirty enough, and you're not covered in miscellaneous junk and hodgepodge and so on and so forth.
Hey,
You're not-
that's you said podge, not pudge. Okay.
Just out of curiosity,
like
if we
mercenaries?
mentioned Bartholomew, does that mean anything to you?
Yes, I saw him at the last Wizards convention.
Oh, how did that go?
It was very good. I met a lot of old friends. Torflis from the Duke was there. Lemic was there. Mirakrantz was there.
I didn't ask you about all that. So, in other words, we also work with Bartholomew. Doesn't that help any?
Oh, we're colleagues. I don't particularly like him. No one does. Actually, I don't think there's any wizard that likes another wizard.
Did you see Xanax? And
Point taken. I think I will accept this from you. Okay. What would prove to you that we are worthy enough and all the rest of the stuff that you just said earlier?
Let me think on this for a moment. He closes the thing. I'm actually thinking on it. You don't need to knock. Please don't knock.
I wasn't planning on it, and I was going to stop people from doing it. So please, take your time.
I use my mage hand.
Bioshi
to
slowly lowers his fist.
Use your mage hand to what?
on the door.
All right, you knock.
That wasn't me.
You knock on the door. Yes, what is it? I told you not to.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's just distracting. Unless I get a minute knock free, I'm not going to be able to get this one and figure it out.
Well, while you're here, here's a hot dog.
Knock on the door.
Thank you for the hot dog. I'll eat it while I'm thinking. And he kind of bites it. I have an idea. As soon as he bites into the hot dog, I have an idea.
Wait, that's the poison hot dog.
If you can complete challenges that I set till Just I deem you worthy. That's it. I'll set some challenges, and you do them, and then I will deem you worthy.
Oh god, I'm not good at
Okay.
challenges.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, challenge
Works for
one.
me.
Whoever can keep their eyes open the longest wins.
All right, if you want to do that, you're welcome to, and I might be impressed by it, but I'm gonna make the challenges.
Oh, you make the challenges. Well, that's like, what's the point in that? Who cares about your challenge?
Because I am judging you. Do you not understand the Here, challenge one. And you see him kind of shuffling around in his room. These ancient garments have been cursed here in the Trash Kingdom with 1,000 years of filth.
Wait.
Cleaned them. And he tosses out some, like, like a big pile of wizard's robes. That
This is
smells
just
very
dirty
bad.
laundry.
Yes, well, this is my first challenge.
I snap my fingers and try to clean.
Can you
I'm
do
throwing
this
mine on
yourself
it, too.
with magic?
And he goes, "You wish." And as you guys try to prestidigitate it, it seems that he's also a wizard and probably has prestidigitation, but the stink on them is too powerful for that very simple spell in this case.
What does this have to do with the Trash King being a good king?
Well, I
At
don't
all.
know. I don't know. Why don't you just go home and say that you didn't have me?
Why don't you just come work for the Trash King and say you work and don't have to do anything?
It would appear we've reached an impasse, haven't we? Why don't you clean my laundry?
How
Why
far
don't
away
you
is
clean
the
it
water?
yourself, bub?
Because that's the
And
challenge.
it's official.
Alright.
No wonder you
I'll
and
be
Bartholomew
back. Let me
are
just
calling
head
it.
to the laundromat. God damn it. Oh, it's like a few hours.
Can't we just throw in the ocean down there?
Yeah, if you want.
The ocean's salty.
If you want to use that strat, just tell me what your strat is. And
Do you want starch or no starch?
starch, dealer's choice. Maybe mix it up. Dealer's choice.
Super starch.
How far away is the water?
The water's, like I said, his whole wizard tower is like right against the wall of this cliff with just the top sticking out right at the plateau's level. So the water is like 100-foot cliff drop down.
Adventuring
Can anyone
sucks.
fly?
Oh, I've got this. No worries.
You sure?
Hey, meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of challenges. And he kind of goes over and kind of opens a side window and just tosses out. Fill up the bucket with water. Prove yourself. And he tosses out a bucket, and it seems like the bucket is full of holes. Bring me back that full of water.
Okay.
Okay.
This is getting.
You got it.
Wait. Everyone, come here. Away from the door and the idiot. Let's huddle up because I have a feeling we're about to start doing a bunch of his chores, and I don't have time for it. There's money to make, and he is being quite annoying.
This
Technically,
is
this
literally our
making
job,
money.
though.
Hey, you, bookish one.
Yes.
Do you read well?
I mean,
No.
yes.
No, it doesn't.
Could
I
you
was taught when I was very young.
Good. Please begin transcribing. This is a challenge, by the way. I need this transcribed. And he throws a book out. I don't do abyssal.
Is this a tome?
It does appear to be a tome of some kind.
Oh, I will take this and
I can
take
speak abyssal, but
Sotaria's
So
getting
what-
a very
what's the point,
Bartholomew vibe again, and how she wants to kick him in the nuts too. So let's see.
maybe kick him in the nuts. I think that would work.
Yes,
Uh,
it would. I would hate it.
yeah. So did Bartholomew. Let's see.
Does he have telepathy, or am I just speaking my thoughts out loud? Like,
I just assumed that you were speaking. If you weren't speaking, I must be reading your mind. I'm sorry. I'll turn that off.
You have been mumbling this whole time.
that's alright. I forgot to put on anti-scrying today. Shit.
guys, I got the tome. I think we're done here.
Wait, do we have any other challenges than the tome and the laundry and the bucket?
Oh no, I have a whole bunch.
We're not.
Alright,
doing
let's
chores.
go through them one by one. Do you have a plan, Sotaria? What's going on?
I have a plan. Is
Come out with
there any other way? Well, Sotaria is basically going to leave them to go do his magic about of chores. Is there? She's going to go sneak around this whole entire perimeter of the building. Is there like some type of fault in the structure?
Well, the thing about the structure is the perimeter is you can't really walk around the perimeter. The door is on the cliff, and then it kind of leans out over. It's like on the side of the plateau. So if you try to walk around it, you would just walk off the cliff because it's just like a super tall tower that is kind of built onto the side of this cliff.
Hmm.
I can fly.
Hmm?
If you want a good one.
Can you?
Get going on that laundry.
I mean, I just who has some rope? Maybe we could just dunk it in the ocean a bit.
I have a big bag of drinks here. I'll pull out some like spirits and just pour it over laundry.
All right. I don't think that's going to clean it, but one of the challenges I had in mind was actually for you to get some elder wine. A lot of bottles full of vineyards up there. So actually, you could just handle that by giving me some of that. I'll consider that a challenge done.
Yeah. I light him.
Do you give
Wait.
him some? Do you give him some alcohol?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. I'll throw it over my shoulder.
All right. As you kind of throw it over the shoulder, it's about to like crash into the door, and you see it just kind of like stop and begin floating in midair. And then the panel that's like the eye hole opens just a little bit more to fit it, and he kind of reaches out and grabs it and pulls it in. All right, this is going great. You're getting there. You're starting to prove yourselves to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna prove something to you. All right, just give me a minute. Oh, Darky.
What did you say?
Remember, I have a nice little darkling.
Wait, what?
Dark?
My
Her minion.
I feel like the minions. I think canon DnDTime. Minions given are consigned to adventures by the individual that has given you this minion. Just as Switch's Banderhob is consigned only to Baradak Swamp adventures. So I don't think you have your Darkling at hand right this moment. Also because I don't know how to play it.
Damn it. Oh.
So someone get some rope, dunk that in the ocean a bit. Oh wait, oh he's about to set on fire.
Alright, Bioshi. You know what? Why don't you handle the laundry? I'll take the next step. So what else do you got?
You got that bucket? Actually, I've had a bit of a rat problem. Can I send him your way?
I think we can handle some rats.
Excellent.
Rats.
I've had him kind of corralled into one room, but I'll just let the floodgates go.
Oh dear.
All of a sudden, out of the broken window,
I'm just gonna really quick
or
here.
out of the open window. I'm incorrect. Out of the open window is what I meant to say, not the broken window. You see just a whole big pile of rats come flying out. You just hear as 6 giant rats are thrown out into the area. Please roll for initiative.
Do you want like a rat barbecue or something?
No, do whatever you want with them. I just want them dead, but I don't like killing.
You don't like killing, but you want them dead.
Yes, I don't mind that they're dead. I just don't want to do it. That's a 15 for the rats. Yeah, these rats come out. They look rabid, they look poorly fed, and they are just kind of running around. There's 6 of them in the space. That's gonna bring us to Sotaria first. What do you do?
I take out my short sword.
Fair enough. All right, that's definitely gonna hit. Yeah, you skewer a rat in one fell swing. You stab into the rat, and it just kind of calls out. It's kind of, ferally moving around and kind of wriggling, and then falls dead. You've killed a rat with a single strike. Anything else on your turn?
Disengaging.
All right, stepping back to let others take the brunt. Actually, can you do that? Do you have? Oh wait, yeah, of course. All right, in that case, that's going to bring us to the next in initiative, which is there. It is.
Let's just, end this quick.
The Tome of Arcane Flame is opened, and the rat is going to succeed. Does it take half damage, or is it full?
I mean, it's half, but it's on all of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. This is Burning Hands. All right. 5 rats remain. Oh.
That does 6 damage if they pass.
That is correct, which means the 2 that failed are instantly incinerated. The 3 that succeeded are bordering on death. These rats are almost completely finished off, as I believe we move now to the rats. Oh wait, nope, it's Big Boss's turn first.
I'm gonna step back as well.
Alright, you take a step back. 3 rats remain.
I still have that match, right?
Yep.
Can I just set them on fire?
I mean, they're already pretty on fire from what Bioshi just did.
Let's see. Can I pour more fuel?
You're gonna pour more fuel on the flame? Alright, go ahead and make me a ranged attack roll. I'll just let you use whatever your regular attack roll is with your dagger, but I'll just assume you're throwing one of your bottle of spirits. Alright, you toss just a bottle of alcohol at one of the rats, and it pours out perfectly, just fanning the flames, and the rat that only caught a little bit is all of a sudden explodes in flames and is destroyed. 2 rats remain. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. The rats, since the 2 of you backed off, one of these remaining rats is going to go after you, Elysia, and the other at you, Big Boss Farzu, Papa Farzu. Elysia, that's a 12.
That hits.
For 6, and Farzu, that's a 7 to you.
No.
Alright, the rat kind of runs up, Elysia, and the squealing rat, and you hear kind of Lermin calling out from behind the door, "Yes, get them, get them!" And the rat kind of comes up and sinks into you with some very big fangs, yeah, Elysia, you are bit for a pretty fair chunk. But Farzu, it misses you as it moves to your turn, Elysia.
Are you cheering for us or cheering for the rats?
I was cheering for you. No, I was cheering for you.
Of course.
Monty! I will call forth Monty and give a nice little boop on the nose of the rat that's trying to bite me, and frostbite him.
All right, Constitution saving throw on this giant rat, which it succeeds. Is it half or full?
It is.
Or half or no?
Nothing.
All right, yeah, this rat's hanging on. It's facing you down with all of its might. In that case, anything else on your turn?
I'd bonk it on the nose a few more times, but I have a negative strength modifier, so I do nothing.
Sotaria, what do you wish to do?
I guess I'm gonna go over and with my dagger stab the rat that's on Elysium.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. That's gonna hit. Roll damage. Because of the damage already dealt by the fire, that is enough to finish this rat off. A single rat remains as we move back to your turn, Bioshi. I'm sorry, do you have anything else on your turn, Misra?
Nope.
All right, yeah, Bioshi.
I'm just gonna bring out this nice and loud one.
Wisdom saving throw. These are some wise rat. Actually, a surprisingly wise rat. Does not have any penalty. The rat resists as you go to ring the tone of death. This rat is hanging on for dear might. As we move now to you, Farzu, the big boss, Farzu, Papa Farzu.
Can I just berate it to death? Make it so sad it just doesn't want to live anymore?
Go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
Alright.
The rat, as you kind of, what do you yell at the rat? All right, yeah, you kind of yell half-heartedly that the rat's useless to it, and the rat itself kind of just looks back at you and sneers. moving over now, or actually it was already at you, so it's going to continue its assault upon you, Farzu. That's a 15 to hit.
Oh, no.
That misses?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It goes to clamp down and bite into you. Kind of, its teeth just barely don't sink into your armor. As we move now to Elysia, the final in initiative.
Seeing the wise tactics of Farzu here. Ah, you aren't worth a rat's ass!
Go ahead and... Oh, no, I thought you were going to intimidate it also. Go ahead and roll damage. You need more than... Okay, I was going to say you need more than one. But you definitely did that. And as you insult the rat, it looked like it was about to give up, and then it erupts into a column of flame, and you have slain the 6 rats. And he goes, "Oh, very, very good. You have passed the, the first kind of level of competence in combat. You are slowly proving yourselves, I assure you that. How's the laundry coming?"
Where is he?
I'm not washing your dirty robe. Get
All
out
right.
here so we can talk.
We're talking.
It beats a test.
No.
This is the Trash Kingdom. If we get them really dirty, maybe that's clean.
It's not a test, I
No.
promise.
Well, it's already a challenge. That's kind of a test.
Well, that
No,
is
sweetie.
fair point.
He's making,
I'm crossing
he's
off another
making
one
us
on the
do his
list.
own chores. He's making us do his own chores. I'm not doing it.
I got a candle. I dropped it in some water the other day, and well, I was gonna have you try and light it while it was wet as a challenge, but just for that really logical statement you made, you've beaten me. So that's another one down.
You could still do the candle challenge.
Well, I already crossed it off, but how's that translation coming, by the way? Have you transcribed that book yet? You don't seem to be working on it.
I have no idea what you mean. You never gave me a tome.
I gave you a tome. You're lying.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
the
it's
phone?
not- I
No,
hand
sir,
him
no,
a
no,
book
no.
that I have
do
that
not,
is
I do
in
not
this.
remember. I do not remember you giving her a tome.
I absolutely gave that boy a tome.
No.
I wouldn't even call it a tome. It was more of a book.
What's
Oh,
her name again?
This isn't a tome? Oh no, I can't believe it.
Ha! I knew you had my tome! As you
Yeah. Here's the translation. I give him a book that's in abyssal.
This is still in the same language.
Oh,
You
you
guys-
wanted it transcribed into common.
Yes, I want it. Yes, here, take it back. I'll take that too. That actually looks very interesting. But I want that one transcribed into common. Also, do any of you like riddles? Here's a riddle. I haven't been able to get this one yet. Tell me what you think of it. He puts out
I
a-
give
he puts-
him a copy of Chogal's soothing voice. Right, here's it in common.
Oh, I actually have a copy of this already. How to have a soothing voice. I've been working on it. Want to hear my best bet?
You know where to hear it.
Oh no, this isn't the soothing voice.
Oh, but I guess it's been being.
Well, perhaps later. If any of you get that riddle, I'll consider it another challenge down.
Is it a
and-
book?
No, he just throws out a little piece of paper with a riddle on it. It's been bothering me for weeks. And as you look at the riddle for people watching, I'll read out loud. It says, "It holds more knowledge than has ever been said, but it is not the brain, and it is not the head. Two feathers on their masters, 'tis both bane and boon, one empty and one full."
The book.
Oh, you're saying, is it a book? And he goes, book. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. That's a fair guess. I'm not 100% sold, but it's better than what I had come up with. I was thinking the Slinction Beast.
I don't think it's that.
Yes, well, a book makes sense. It's more of a metaphorical than a literal one. And kind of this.
Oh, the feather's a quill and the master's the person writing, not a bird.
Yes, that's how you write books.
Yeah, it seems
It's
pretty
paper.
close. A paper! There it is! That 100% makes sense. Excellent job. Another challenge passed. You're doing very well. And points at you, Sotaria. All the rest of you, get on her level.
Elysia gets on her tiptoes to get on eye level with Sotaria.
That's a very good joke. That's another challenge passed.
How many of these are there?
I was thinking 50.
We need to speed this up.
Yeah, but
We need to
there are 4 of us, so 50 divided by 4, it's like 12 or something. So there should
here
just be.
all day. I have better things to do and better people to steal from. Now, we need to get in there.
All right. Let's cut to the chase. I have an unpleasant neighbor. This was going to be my kind of big challenge at the end, but do the laundry. We'll skip the bucket
We're
with
not
the water.
doing your laundry.
Do the
We're not
laundry.
doing the rest of your chores. I will consider something about the neighbor, so continue with that.
Do the laundry. We'll have that one. That one's going to be considered. No deal
Not
without the
happening.
laundry done. And I have an annoying neighbor. I want you to. He's evil. You can just kill him.
Who's the neighbor?
He's some kind of trash giant. I don't know if he was left over from the clean giants that came here before, but he's still here.
Killing is kind of wrong.
I mean, how do we know he's really evil?
I said he was. He's annoying. His elephant walks past and always, well, ruins my yard.
I mean, you think we're annoying too?
Yes. There's no qualification there, I do. But he's, like, really bad. Also, he tried to destroy this entire kingdom in the past.
That was a qualification.
I don't know, he throws rocks at my house, big giant ones.
But isn't this a magic
I
house?
don't
Can it
think
repel
that-
that?
Yes, but it's
I
the
don't
principle of the thing, and it's very loud.
Where is he?
Yonder. And he points towards a path in between the, giant piles of trash.
Well, if he's a clean giant, maybe he could clean the clothes while we're at it.
Want to?
I agree with you there, but I refuse about doing his laundry and his other chores.
Oh, we won't. The giant will.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Alright. You guys move off in that direction?
Yes.
I
Alright.
suppose so. Make sure to grab the clothes while we're at it.
And
Oh, put them in the holy bucket.
I'm still taking my tome back.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that you do. Don't you do that. Don't you walk away. Actually, walk away from me, but...
We're going to do your bidding.
Yes, fine. We'll talk about the tome when you get back.
We'll think about it.
And you continue to walk in the direction until you come across a giant-sized house. It looks very kind of mundane. There's something akin to a giant-sized doghouse, and you see what looks like a big mammoth sleeping within it. There's a huge door, and within it, you can hear kind of what looks like just a small, kind of a quiet sobbing of big, deep, hefty sighs.
I'll knock on the door.
You kind of hear a voice. Come from within. Go away! I'm not cursed to open doors when you knock on them like you, idiot.
We're not the wizard. We're some adventurers of Bartholomew's. We just wanted to stop by and say hello.
All right. In that case, as you say that, you kind of hear, huh? And then a few kind of moments passed. And you see a figure kind of move up over to the door. You hear the heavy footsteps, and then the door creaks open. And before you is a huge-looking cyclops. Looks down at you with its one massive eye. You see it has a big kind of shaggy mane and hair. It's wearing what looks like just a huge... you don't know what it would have carried in the day, but it looks like a huge potato sack with holes cut into it. He's wearing just like no shoes, body, feet covered in dirt. He looks down. What do you want?
We just want to stop by and say hello. Maybe have a bit of talk.
Oh,
What seems to be upsetting you?
I don't know. I used to have so much purpose in life, but ever since the I'm sorry, I sound like the old man for a second. Ever since um, we got driven out of the trash kingdom, me and my giant brothers. I don't know. I'm just all dirty, and I've been covered in dirt, and it feels very bad. I haven't been able to get clean since I've been here, and I haven't been able to go home.
Oh, I know how it feels to be ousted.
He looks down at you and kind of gives a sympathetic sob. And that guy over the way, he's always being so mean. I go over to visit and to bring him dinner because he's my only neighbor and I would like to make a friend, but he shoos me away. Even I knock on the door and he gets mad at me for that. I try knocking because I thought because he doesn't have to answer. He has to answer the door. So I thought if I was gonna throw some big boulders at it, maybe he wouldn't have to, and he could pick if he wants to hang out. And that might be a better kind of way of going about it. But he got mad at that too.
I mean, a good way you could become friends if you do his laundry.
You think so? I haven't cleaned anything in so long.
Oh,
Maybe that's why you're so depressed.
I don't even know if I can do it anymore. I guess I'll try. Can you give me the laundry?
Sure thing.
This is terribly, terribly dirty. Okay, I'll do my best. And you see, walks over. He's got kind of like a bucket of drinking water over in the corner, and he goes, "All right, let me see what I can do." And he begins just kind of cleaning it and moving through. And he goes, "I don't know. This hair seems to be getting in the way." And he goes over and he kind of reaches over and grabs a knife and he has this kind of wild matted tangle of hair, and he just kind of begins kind of shaving his own head, and you see his own head begin to kind of like glimmer and gleam with some of the light kind of floating through the windows. He goes, "Much better. I don't know, I'm starting to feel cleaner again." And he's kind of starting to work through. Maybe I'll wash my shirt. Actually, why am I still wearing this potato sack? And he goes over and grabs what looks like kind of a folded, pristine white shirt. And he seems to be really getting into it and getting really excited. And getting really kind of excited about kind of cleaning and doing this laundry. And before long, he's kind of like put on this like really perfect white shirt. He's gone into a chest and pulled out like all sorts of soaps and various accoutrements from his cleaning days. And yeah, he sets about this task. It takes him maybe 10 minutes or so, but by the end of it, in a whirlwind by the end, he's cleaning lightning fast. He at some points, it even seems like he's reflecting like light from his head and using it to like sparkle clean other kind of things in the room. And he goes, "I feel incredible. I haven't felt this clean in such a long time. I'm reinvigorated."
I have a proposition for you.
And he
What?
tosses.
But I need to talk to your neighbor before I present it to you.
And he goes, and he tosses you all the robes. And he goes, "But all of you are so dirty."
Oh, could you clean us up?
I mean, yeah, we've been kind of crawling around in this dump.
Yeah. He kind of steps outside. "Everything around me is so dirty. How could I forget how terrible this was? Everything should be cleaned." And he looks around. "All will be cleansed." As you've reawoken a clean giant. I would like you guys to roll for initiative.
You could probably come work in prison. There's a lot of laundry that needs to be done around. The cleaning staff is only the prisoners, and they do pretty bad job. Well,
Boop, boop. He's gonna roll for initiative. Oh,
Yeah, let's go clean.
No, dearie, that's not what he wants to do.
I mean, the
Oh.
Trash King did say citizens wanted to clean your kingdom.
Yeah, but I don't think they wanted this kind of clean kingdom. The giants weren't known for being nice.
In this case, he looks down to you, Farzu. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save?
Yep.
Great.
Oh wait, actually, you rolled a 22 initiative. Oh wait, I thought the 22 was me. Actually, never mind. You don't have to do anything. You go first. That is my mistake. You see
Okay.
him kind of gearing up for a fight.
Wait, he's just gonna fight me?
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
see,
fight?
you recognize an ancient foe of the Trash Kingdom, the Clean Giants, reawakened once more in this moment.
I'm just gonna take the laundry and go back to Wizard's Place, Lermin.
All right, yeah, you run back over to the wizard's place. You just begin kind of dashing away. The Clean Giant's just looking around pretty angrily.
Alright, done.
All right, you begin walking. It's going to be a few rounds before you get there, but with your speed, there's kind of pretty much no hope of this thing catching up with you. It looks down at the group of you. Bioshi, what do you do? There's an angry giant before you.
I mean, we're cleaning stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do you have cleaning supplies for me?
You say that, you look up at him and say, do you have cleaning supplies for you? And he goes, yes, I do. And his head is beginning to charge up like a laser beam. Sotaria.
I feel like I'm surrounded by idiots again. Why does this sound like another adventure I was on? Pulls out her bow and aims for the eye.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Ooh.
An 8 is not going to do it. Your longbow shot kind of fires wide as it moves now to the Cyclops' turn, and the Cyclops is going to look down towards you, Bioshi, who said, "Do you have any cleaning supplies?" I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. 13 barely succeeds the effect, as you see a blinding light reflected from the top of his head like a beam, kind of shoots down towards you. You take a quick kind of surprise step backwards, and you see in the ground where the ground is just like disintegrated underneath your feet, and just kind of like fades away to dust. That looked like it was very dangerous. And that's going to be all for his turn. That's going to, in that case, bring us to Elysia. Elysia, what do you wish to do?
Whoa, that's dangerous! Stop that! I'm gonna... This is only gonna end poorly. I'm gonna shrink.
Ooh, he's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
I do believe so.
Pretty good at those.
Oof.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Ooh.
apparently very good at those. And you go to shrink him down, but he goes, I will not be stopped by anything. I will render this kingdom of garbage clean. That is going to bring us to...
Is there any garbage nearby?
Oh yeah, a whole bunch.
I dive in and try to take cover away from it.
Alright, I'll say you have 3/4 cover. You can get pretty good into a pile, but not completely. That's all for Elysia's turn as we move to Farzu just running away with the dirty laundry.
The clean laundry.
I'm sorry, the perfectly clean laundry, my mistake. Immaculate. As we move now to... Sotaria... no, it's... Yeah, it's Sotaria. What do you want to do, Sotaria? Nope, I've got really confused there. My apologies. It is Bioshi. Bioshi, what do you want to do?
Wait a minute, you're a clean giant. The last clean giant that was killed, the adventurers got to go into the back room.
Elysia, focus, please.
It's your turn.
Oh wait, is that all you're doing? Is just saying that?
Oh, I'm burning the fuck out of this guy.
All right, 23 to hit
Whoa.
absolutely hits. Oh Jesus! Oh, is this this is Scorching Ray. Go ahead and roll damage on all of those.
Ooh.
Oof.
That is a pretty spicy Scorching Ray right there, as you hit for 18.
You will fall. I will be allowed back there. I will get to what's calling me.
That's a 32 damage Scorching Ray. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, it's a 32 damage Scorching Ray. Nice. Woo! Yeah, he does not like that. You see kind of the outside of him is kind of singed a little bit. You see some kind of like now burn marks about his side, which he instantly is kind of like trying to buff out and make his skin very smooth and polished again. That's going to next in initiative bring us to... Now it's Sotaria. What do you want to do?
I'm going for that. I'm trying for that eye again.
Go
The
for
less
it.
you can see, the better.
Fire away.
Okay, I'm on computer. Stop being a pain.
No worries.
There we go.
Yep, roll damage. That definitely hits. Not quite the eye, but
Close enough.
yeah, you kind of get him right about the cheek as you hit him. It's a very unpleasant place to take a longbow arrow, I've no doubt. As the arrow kind of sinks in, he kind of howls out in pain. I'll clean you first. And
I am disengaging really fast.
all right. You're gonna disengage as a. Actually, you're not in melee. You were not in
Oh
melee
wait,
range.
that's right. Never
You
mind.
can just run.
In that case, I'm moving behind the closest trash pile.
All right, you're gonna do the same thing as Elysia and take cover in a pile of trash.
Yep.
He's going to roll a d6 to see if he recharges and does not. So is going to look down at you, because you're the only one still out in the open, Bioshi. And also, you hit him pretty hard, so he's just going to look down at you and take a big kind of club, which it looks like it was covered in dirt and just looked wooden and like kind of brown and almost rusted when you were looking at it before, but now it's just like this perfect, immaculate, kind of heavy iron club that he's going to swing down at you with. 22 and a 15.
Well, the first one hits.
The second one misses.
Yes.
Just naturally? I see for a wizard.
Major.
Or for... yes.
Or Tome of Protection, rather.
Yes. In that case, yeah, slams down. You take a pretty heavy hit, Bioshi. You're kind of thrown off as we move now to Elysia. That's all for this. That's all for this guy's turn.
I do the gopher maneuver of popping my head up, and I point behind him and go, "Oh my, is that a garbage incinerator?" And I do the only thing that call out couldn't ever possibly mean. Obviously, I'm throwing it a little beyond Bioshi, but enough to hit this boy. Oh, that's a beefy one.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
What do you mean by... Wait, can you explain what you mean by irresistible fire?
Fire resistance does not apply to this.
Interesting. Curious. It fails. It definitely fails. As a... just kind of crashing now in the area, there's a huge explosion of fire as Elysia just makes the area explode. With a very good fireball. Oh my god. And you see like the house behind him is now caught on fire. His clothing, his recently made immaculate clothing, is getting kind of burned off. And yeah, he does not seem to be doing well.
Oh, was that a quarter? And I duck back down in the garbage.
If it is, it's mine.
Finders keepers!
Alright, that's going to bring us to the top of the initiative. You continue to run, I assume, Farzu, the big boss Farzu, Papa Farzu?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, you are one round away from getting back to where your wizard, your dear Lermin is, as you're running at full book. That's going to bring us then to Bioshi.
Let's get you cleaning off some of that blood.
That just hits, right?
Yep.
He takes 11 points of slashing damage. The paper cuts, the pieces of paper from your tome that you open, fly around and slash and leave countless tiny little wounds all over the very big form of the Cyclops.
Now fall down and let me get whatever is in that room.
Alright, yeah, he doesn't seem quite shaken yet. This is definitely a very big creature, but between that fireball, he's starting to show some serious wear and tear. So, Sotaria, what do you want to do?
I guess I'm gonna try for that eye again.
Alright,
And I'm
fire away.
also slightly trying to inch away from Bioshi because he's starting to scare me just a little bit.
Alright. Alright, that's definitely gonna hit with a 25. This time, you kind of do manage to catch him, just right about the top of the eye, not enough to blind him, but he is in an incredible amount of pain, as the hands kind of come up and go to protect over his one gigantic eye. Anything else on your turn? Howls out, oh!
Wait, you're a rogue, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you should be applying sneak attack.
Well, yeah, I was actually gonna say something about that, but also too, I'm kind of inching away after I hit him. I'm kind of inching away, going toward the house, just to see if there's anything in there that's actually worthwhile.
The house is like very much on fire from that fireball. Looking around within, you can see there's some very nice white pressed clothing that he just kind of cleaned. A few gleaming pewter dishes and things like that might have some resale value, but nothing crazy if you want to risk the flames for them.
Nope.
Medium tier valuables.
Nope.
All right. And I don't think you would have advantage, but Bioshi is right in melee, so you would have sneak attack.
Nah, I'll be fine.
You sure you don't want to just do it? It's just free damage.
That's true. All right, fine. Sneak attack.
You don't have to, but I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's an additional 12 damage on top of that, which, now considerably harder hit. Alright, that's going to bring us next to the Giant's turn. Bioshi, you're just still there right in melee, so he's going to keep going after you. Actually, he's going to roll the recharge. He does not. Whack, whack. 17?
Not.
Throwing up a shield, you put up a powerful tome of blocking before it. The book rises up to block the incoming strike of the Clean Club. That is all for his turn. Elysia, what do you want to do?
How nasty is Bioshi looking?
I'm about just wait until I fall down.
Fair enough. He's good. I'll stand up and I don't have anything ready for this. Catch.
Music.
And I will guiding bolt level 1 because oof. Yep, nope. I duck back down in the track.
Alright, just a flash of light that he doesn't really seem to even notice. Just kind of like flies above and to the side of him, and you kind of duck down. And that's going to be all for your turn?
That's it.
Alright, in that case, that's going to bring us to the top of the initiative. Big Boss Farzu, Papa Farzu, you arrive at the house.
Knock, knock.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, laundry's done. Extra star. Oh yeah, by the way, I think your neighbor's moving out, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. Then you have completed all of my challenges. For one thing, I'll take the laundry. At this point, he kind of opens the door. I'm going to go check on that. I'll come out with you. Back away a little bit. Back away from the door a little bit.
Huh?
Take a few steps back from the door. And he just kind of very carefully, not wanting to let anyone into his house, just kind of like edges out the side and then kind of closes it behind him. Says, all right, I'll come with you. let's see that he's gone. I'll talk to him, make sure that he's actually leaving. I don't want any lies here. But this would actually be very nice, and I can at least, for this, talk to the Trash King, see what he has to say.
Here's the thing. He's kind of like a clean giant, so he's gonna go clean up the entire kingdom. And like he won't have time to stay at home. But
This is the evil that I was talking about. And that's about as much as can happen in this instance. As we continue on,
you shouldn't be in staying your neighbor anymore.
As we move now in initiative 2, that's going to be Bioshi.
Let's throw this up real quick.
You're locked in a deadly melee. All right. All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna throw out that damage.
All right. Yeah, he continues to take that 8. Yep, he's getting these paper cuts are just kind of whittling away at him as you're continuing to kind of go after him. That's all, I assume.
Yes, I would like it if you fall now.
He's still going. That's gonna bring us next to Sotaria.
I guess I'm gonna go and try and stab him in the foot.
Oh, okay. You're gonna go up. All right, go ahead and make an attack roll. You run up to him and stab in the foot. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
And am I close to anyone right now? No, I'm still close to Bioshi, aren't I?
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Oof.
That's going to be a total of 24 points of sneak attack damage. Yeah, you stab him in the foot. He kind of lifts up his foot and is kind of now hopping on one foot, surrounded in these terrible kind of paper pages that are paper cutting him. Yeah, he's not looking too happy. Anything else on your turn, Sotaria?
Nope, I got nothing.
All right, he's gonna roll to recharge, and he does not again. So he is going to Clean Club now. Since you're in melee, he's gonna go right after you, Sotaria. That's a 14 to hit
Miss.
and a 27.
Dang it, that hit it.
That's 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As the club smacks down on you, you feel the immense weight of it. You will be cleaned! That's gonna bring us next in initiative 2. That's all his turn. Actually, no, he's also going to just kind of sidle around Bioshi, just so he's not...
Chicken.
Just so he's not taking damage every turn from that thing. As we move now on to you, Elysia.
If you want to clean, be cleansed in fire!
Oh, Dex. Oh my god, these fireballs.
Man, coming in hot.
Shouldn't have moved. You would have had to have gotten one of your allies if you hadn't moved. Oh, he succeeds this time. He's learned all of your tricks, Elysia, as this giant nimbly moves out of the way, avoiding the fiery blast. He takes only 15 points of damage, but he's starting to reach the brink.
I duck back down the trash.
All right. In that case, that's going to bring us to the top of the initiative. Are you just running back? Farzu?
I'm walking back with
Oh, just walking back at a leisurely pace?
Mr. Musopen.
All right. In that case, instead of the 90 feet, it will take you 4 rounds to get back if you're not using the extra bonus action dash. As the wizard's just kind of, he's jogging, he's dashing, but he's not as fast as you. So you will be back eventually as we move now to Bioshi.
And I need you to fall and burn.
Oh dear. An impressive one last time, but unfortunately it is a suite of misses this time. All 3 of those kind of fly off. He's just right up next to you, and it's a little hard to balance. You're also not used to all of these kind of strange things moving around you. It's a bit of a new one as your own illusions throw you off. Anything else on your turn, Bioshi?
No, not really.
Sotaria.
I didn't like getting hit like that, so I'm going back to being going back to the longbow.
Are you gonna kind of step backwards?
Yes.
Are you disengaging, or are you just kind of gonna risk the opportunity attack?
Ah, crap. Okay, never mind in that case.
You can disengage if you want. I think you have a bonus action to do that as a rogue. Unless you got other big
Yeah,
plans
but I
for
want
the bonus.
I don't want the opportunity attack.
No, disengage doesn't provoke the opportunity
Okay,
attack.
wait.
Disengage.
Alright, so
as a bonus action.
I'm disengaging.
And so then you're gonna disengage and then fire.
Yeah.
All right. That's totally fine. All right, so 22 with the longbow then hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 12 points in sneak attack.
And crap.
Yeah, he is very near now. He's kind of like wobbling, still just kind of muttering about cleaning the world under his breath. As we move to his turn, and he's going to roll to recharge once more. This will be a fateful recharge. He recharges. He's going to look straight down at you. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, you succeed at avoiding this ability. That's going to be all for his... Actually, in his weakened state, he's going to start running away, provoking an opportunity attack if you wish, Bioshi.
Luckily, I have this. I'm going to just cut his Achilles heel.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage. 4 points of piercing damage. You slash at the heel. It hits. It's not enough to bring him down. He's a big giant. But he's now just kind of lumbering and running away. I will be back to clean you yet! Elysia.
I look over to Sotaria, kind of confused as to, what? Do we shoot him? Do we not shoot him? Do we...
We kill him.
Running away?
Shoot him! Shoot him now!
Clean this then, if you're so clean. Oh, jeez.
Roll damage.
Oh!
Oh, jeez.
Would you care to describe your killing blow? Nice
Elysia
fireball.
pops out of the trash, sees him running away, and just kind of freezes up, looks over, and gets the... Shoot him! Shoot him! And kind of just doesn't even look and just, oh, we're doing this, and shoots and catches that lucky shot as he turns back to talk about how he's gonna clean us again someday. And right as he turns his face right into the firebolt that was streaking past.
Alright, yeah. And as he kind of like, no, I'll be back! The firebolt crashes in his huge body. Kind of tumbles down onto the ground, and that is all that you shall ever see again of this particular clean giant, the last of his kin, who is now slain.
Bartholomew won't believe us. I need its head.
And not long after, Big Boss Farzu, Papa Farzu, arrives with Lermin, who kind of approaches and he goes, "Ah, yes, I see you've incinerated him. A popular killing method. Hi, I'm out of the house now."
Bioshi is sawing off its head.
It's always good to get out and get a little moonlight on your skin.
Oh God, that is grisly. Oh! He's just kind of gagging over on the side.
Sotaria
Oh,
walks
jeez.
over to Elysia. Hey, is he always that cuckoo?
I don't know, I've never met him before, and it's really worrisome. I silent image and just make like a nice thick, silvery, misty cloud around that so we don't have to see.
Works for me. I think I'll stay over here with you, sweetheart. Now,
Much
all right.
better.
Now, are we ready to go talk to the Trash King?
Yes, I will go and speak to the Trash King. We have a deal. That was terrifying, but you've completed my challenges. I need my tome back, you behind the mist. Just because you're doing something gross doesn't mean I'm not going to take my tome back. With that, this wizard is going to cast teleport on all of you, and as he does so, he just kind of you all find your appearances. It's not as clean of a teleport as Bartholomew's. You kind of feel a moment of dizziness as your kind of world shifts around you, and you all appear in front of the Trash King. And he goes, "Trash King!" And the Trash King kind of turns, who is kind of back to being bored again, and kind of looks up and goes, "Ah, Lermin! I have require you to be..." and before he goes, "Yes, I'll do it. They convinced me. It's fine. We'll talk about it. I think maybe we're gonna have to work out some scheduling and pay rates. But you have some worthwhile..." And he looks kind of skeptically over at the group of you. "Some worthwhile hirelings here, or well, your money at least buys some fairly impressive ones. I'll take the job." And Trash King goes, "Wonderful! This is a brilliant day for the Kingdom of Trash. Now, with my own wizard advisor, I shall have, purpose, I suppose. Very good. Here is all of your payments." And he hands each of you 200 Bartholomew bucks, and you have been successful in this odd adventure. Congratulations on your victory.